Hola amigos, soy Alvargon y estamos aquí en The Witcher 2 otra vez. Vamos a continuarlo, por fin encontré un huequito. Cada vez me costaba más meterme a juegos estos para grabarlo, pero bueno, se hará lo que se puede. Voy a probar hoy con el mando, a ver qué tal, si el control es un poquito más sencillo, porque la verdad es que con teclado y ratón me había olvidado no es complejo, pero sí es un poco enrevesado. Y ya estuve probando ahora con el mando y tampoco es que sea fácil. Pero bueno, siempre será más fácil darle un par de botones que repartir la mano por todo el teclado. Pues bueno, vamos a ver. Lo habíamos dejado aquí. Aquí que estamos ayudando a nuestro amigo, el señor... el rey Foltes. ¿Cómo se guardaron las espadas? No me he fijado. Vale, con botón izquierdo.
Desist, or be put down like the rabid dogs you are!
Aryan Lavalette. This will be no easy task. Surrender, Aryan! You'll be treated with honor!
Go plow yourself, king!
Bury them in arrows! Come on, men! For Temeria!
They're well shielded.
You've got a better idea?
I'll try to get inside. It shouldn't be hard if the archers provide cover.
That's the son of Louisa and the old Baron, heir to these lands. He's hot-tempered but good with a sword.
Be careful. I'll try to reason with him.
Tell him the Witcher!
Vale, espérate. Aquí. No, pero meditación no, espérate. Ah, vale, con el botón izquierdo. Vale. Esto es para el truco. ¿Qué coño? Ahora. ¡Coño! ¿Por qué no traquéis a vuestra puta abuela? Vamos a ver. Vamos a darle... creo que es en este en el que está lo de desviar flechas. Muy indispensable. No. Presento puñales, desvía de flechas aquí. Esto es lo primero que voy a ir. Tope además. Porque... hace falta. Y mucho. Vale, vamos. Continuamos. Tenemos AR puesto y vamos a ponernos esto. No creo que lo usemos, pero yo qué sé. Nunca se sabe. A tomar por culo. Ay, que no tengo poder. Claro, es verdad. Vale, yo me acuerdo. Eso era lo que incrementaba la dificultad en este juego. Ven arriba a la izquierda, el circulito. ¿Veis? Ahora que acaba de cambiar a 2. Eso es mi resistencia y mi capacidad de poder. En el 3 es parecido, no es tan literal como aquí. ¿Qué es la Valentín? ¿Qué coño? Estos son ataques fuertes. No, el triángulo es fuerte, el cuadrado es flojo. Vale. Bueno, espera. Vale, subo. Que la gente es otra cosa.
The famed Geralt of Rivia. You've fallen low, Witcher. Word has it you're one of the best swordsmen in the north. Time to test that rumor.
Enough slaughter. Surrender and Foltest will treat you and your men with honor.
And what guarantee is there that he'll not cut us down to the last?
None.
Foltest defiled my mother. Now he colludes with Nilfgaard.
The king leads an army. You have but a few brave men in your honor. In a minute you may lose even those. Choose.
Hear that, men? The king sends a Witcher, and we are to surrender, forgetting the very nature of honor and pride. We must choose. Shame or a Witcher's sword? Is that how you would live? Will you bow your heads before Foltest?
Never!
You heard them, Witcher.
This is between us.
So be it. Stand back, men!
Siempre será mejor
My
solamente
nanny
contra uno que
told me
contra
stories
todos.
about you when I couldn't sleep. I especially liked the one of Renfrey and her roads. As I grew, I dreamed of facing you one day.
Tus
That
deseos se
dream will not
morden.
have a happy ending for you.
Blasphemers!
Halt! He's mine!
Coño. Dale. Mira, niño, eso te queda un poquito grande, ¿no?
Blasphemers!
A ver si puedo.
Blasphemers!
Vale, ahora lo marco. ¡Qué hostia!
Blasphemers!
Eres malo, ¿eh? Tus hombres de abajo eran 1000 veces más fuertes. Me había cambiado la dificultad. Mierda, esta vez lo maté. Me cago en la puta. Aunque yo qué sé, se lo merecía, tío. Luchó como un puto pussy.
The successor of one of Temeria's oldest families perished at the hands of a monster slayer. A sign of the times, I suppose.
You mourn, Arian?
No. He was one of a dying breed. And he was a traitor. Continue.
While I remember, what happened to the dragon?
It destroyed half the castle. Killed hordes of soldiers and flew off.
Where?
In the general direction of Edda.
To think it almost killed us all.
No se puedo parar porque quiero comprobar la dificultad. Medio, está bien. Qué raro, tío. A ver, me resultó súper fácil matarlo.
Arian Lavalet has surrendered the castle. Open the gate.
Arian lives!
Open now. Kneel before your king and I shall show you mercy.
Looks like we're stuck.
Indeed, and my magic's no good here. The main force down in those boats is going to beat us to town.
Want to head back to the tent? The camp will be nice and empty now. I've had enough for today.
Tempting. Look, the King's Special Forces.
El temeria para...
What of the
La verdad.
Baron?
You really had to kill him.
Claro, si lo hubiéramos mantenido con vida hubiera sido más fácil, pero bueno. La verdad es que no me acuerdo qué hice anteriormente para mantenerlo
No
vivo.
other way sometimes.
Es que me acuerdo, además que no lo maté.
Sorry.
Vernon Roach. Tell me, Roach.
There's fighting in the town. A section of our forces crossed the river in fishing boats and swarmed the streets, burning, raping, pillaging. The Lavalettes are making a stand near the temple.
What of the Baroness?
Alive and safely tucked away.
Unsoiled, I hope.
As you ordered, sire. She's fine. And beautiful as ever. The children were not with her.
But you know where they are.
In the monastery. But we've yet to penetrate that area.
Cross, quickly.
El audio
Protect
es
the
súper
king!
raro, tío. Tendré que hacerle un repaso al
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
Protect the king! Run for the hoarding!
It's a dragon! I can't believe it!
Miracle, stop admiring it and do something!
It's not that simple!
Before the brute turns my army to cinder!
¡Que me quemo!
How do you fight something like that? You don't. You run.
¡Estoy quemando!
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
Is it true you riches don't This one doesn't seem
Do you want me to go over and tell him?
no idea. You're the monster.
Gate! They're at the gate! At them! Blasphemous!
¡Oh! ¡Cabrón! ¡Qué buena!
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
Protect the king! Run for the hoarding! Get my leg for a heavy crossbow right now!
Blasphemous!
It's a dragon! I can't believe it!
Miracle, stop admiring it and do something!
It's not that simple!
Before the brute turns my army to cinder! Blasphemous!
Witcher, how do you fight something like that? You don't. You run. Some professional.
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
Bueno, quémate si quieres.
Is it true you riches
Blasphemous!
Do you want me to go over and tell him?
Bien, joder. Que no lo maten al otro, no vaya a ser que... Echo de menos las balas. Echo de menos los críticos del 3.
To the tower! Back up! I'll open the gate! Quickly! I can't hold this for long! Call the arbalists!
Triss!
The bridge is burning! Quickly, this way!
No corráis tanto, no vaya a ser que a lo mejor salgamos con vida.
Plowing dragon nearly reversed the course of the battle.
The fighting should have scared it off.
Forget the dragon. I need to hear how this story ends.
You were at my side almost all the time after the bridge collapsed.
Almost. Tell me how you got into the monastery courtyard.
Estaba por ahí de paseo. Chuf, el jepeto.
Ha! And they said we couldn't get near the walls. Half a day and the town is taken.
Report! Fighting for the castle continues, and a group of rebels have barricaded themselves inside the monastery.
What of my children?
Likely in the church as well, sire. Fen took a priest to task. Finally mumbled something about a passage neath the walls.
It would take a week to get a battering ram in here.
Axes, sire.
That will also take time. But what other course do we have? This priest. What of him? What of this passage?
I fainted before I could really get going on him. He's under guard below.
You've some work to do, Commander.
Yes, sire. Silas, you look to this door. Fen, come with me.
Witcher,
Your Grace.
I have a mission for you, one suited to your abilities. Vernon can be persuasive, but he's also hot-tempered, at times losing both his self-control and his subject. You must try to find this other passage on your own. Succeed, and you'll be the envy of all Vizima.
Soldiers loyal to the Lavalettes would never harm the Baroness's children.
I shall be reassured as to that when I see them, not before. We must act quickly. The rebels are dispersed, in disarray.
Un poco especial.
As dim-witted as they are, I fear they could conclude the children would make good hostages.
All right, I'll go.
I'm relying on you, Witcher. Where are those axes? Move your asses!
Vale. Entonces hay que bajar a repoblado.
Why would we shoot you?
We're innocent.
The king will decide your fate.
You're the king's subjects too.
No. Ahí. A ver, que puedo abrir esta puerta, pero no. Ahí.
At your service.
Algo interesante. No. Tendría que ponerme ojo de gato seguramente. Bueno, ahora se verá. Beber elixires. Curioso, pero me tardó un poco en hacer algunas cosas. Beber. Un ghoul. Ah, no, un sumergido.
Damn, you're ugly.
Vale, aquí hay que pasar a Arno, ¿cómo se llama? Vale, ahora necesito... beber... No, no se puede... Es verdad, no se puede cancelar. Coño, no me funciona bien el B, la B y la X. Qué cosa más rara. A ver si puedo hacer un poco de alquimia. Filtro de petrigato. Gato sí. Grajo. Oro péndola. Muy importante. Siempre. Pero no tengo los ingredientes. Y no tengo... Qué raro que no tengo para quitar las mierdas estas, tío. Este no es. ¿Cuál me lleva inventario todas estas? Pues no, ninguna me lleva inventario, qué cosa más rara. Espada larga, secas, ¿no? Como... A ver, ¿dónde está la bomba? Aquí. Vale, perfecto.
Scoia'tael.
Hola gente, ¿qué tal? Nunca está de más llevarse cosas. ¿Qué coño? Ah, qué pena. Ya solo por esto vale la pena poder coger todo de golpe. Y aquí, no, pues vaya por Dios, necesito una llave. A lo mejor me la daría alguien. Ey, ¿alguno me quiere darme una llave? ¡Coño! Que me trinca. Cogiendo florecillas ahí. ¿Dónde tengo que ir? Ahí. A ver si debe ser que hay alguien que tiene una llave en el suelo. Momento. Con mi polla la abro, ¿sabes? Por el portón es enorme. Oh, ¿qué pasó?
You have just become the most titled witcher in the world. And the wealthiest.
I'll remind you of that when this is all over, sire.
See, Vernon? Geralt succeeded.
Lucky he did. The priest was downright discourteous and went off to meet his gods.
I saw Scoia'tael on the river.
Where? How many? What colors did they wear?
Plough the elves. We'll tend to them later. The monastery awaits.
Claro, es que la diferencia entre este y el 3 es abismal, ¿eh?
Scoia'tael. This puzzle is beginning to come together, Geralt. You're either telling the truth or weaving a very convincing lie. I want to hear the rest. Foltest bastards. The Solar. What happened?
We might have arrived at the same time, if not for tales.
Be specific, Witcher.
Well, the Archpriest told the truth.
His Majesty King Foltest of Temeria.
Arthur Tales, erstwhile Count of Nesvelt. I signed your sentence.
Yes, yet the Baroness saw fit to pardon me. An awkward situation, to be sure.
Anais and Boosie, where are they?
The royal children.
Don't test my patience, Tales, and I'll grant you a quick death.
Confess, Foltest, before the gods and the people. Boosie and Anais are the fruit of your loins. Bow to the gods and admit the truth.
You may not have noticed, Tales, but I just took this town.
Aided by murderers, sorcerers, and a mutant for whom nothing is holy.
This is hallowed ground. You will not raise your hand against a servant of the gods.
Where have you taken the children?
No podré quedar ahí.
They're in the soul.
What is this? Blasphemy! Sorcerer's tricks!
Quiet down, Tales. This is a church.
I'll not forget this, mutant. You hear?
Damn, I've seen assaults go awry.
The
but
world's in a
dragon
whirl.
topples them all.
Tops. Well, tops all.
Damn nonsense. Geralt, you should know.
The city's turned into a living hell.
Not as far as I
Foltest's
know.
men reap
Then why is this reptile eating only mine?
Let's hope Marigold got out of there.
Place.
I'm sure she did.
If not, you'll need a new advisor, sire.
Shut up, Roach.
It's possible that the dragon simply...
Another word from you and the dragon will not be your main concern.
Enough! Both of you! The dragon's back!
Dragoncito bueno. Eso debe de doler. Y has perdido tu espada de plata.
You saved my life again. Ask what you will of me, Witcher. Within reason, of course.
I need to leave, sire. I'd like Triss Marigold to come with me. If she wants.
Are you blind? She's enamored with you. You may leave, and none shall stop you. You have my word.
Who goes there?
Foltest. I've come for my children.
Los pobres son feos de cojones, pero
Right
bueno.
here. You might scare them.
Thanks be to the gods. My prayers are answered. Go, Boosie.
That's not my father.
But it is your king, boy. Bells, your triumph is complete. The city and fortress taken, sire. Time to thank the forefather and the mother creatrix for this great victory.
A moment, blind man. I've not seen my children in 6 months. The gods can spare another minute. Listen to me. Your mother and I quarreled, but that is over. She was deceived.
Vamos a divorciarnos y
Evil
tal.
men turned her against me. These men have been punished, and all will be well from now. No tears, Boosie. One day you'll be king, and kings do not weep.
Armed men approach, sire. Children, go to the refectory.
My knights will soon be here. You must meet them, for one day you will rule them. Boosie, go wash your face. They must not see that you wept.
There's a bucket of water in the next room.
And
Lo que sea, pero ve...
help your brother.
Madre, dos troles.
Sire, let us pray.
They must look like the royal children they are.
They have your eyes, sire.
Se la mandaron con las botas, ¿eh? Se murió nuestro colega. Me caía bien, loco.
I suppose that's the extent of what you would give me.
Does this mean I'm free?
Foltest, King of Temeria, has been murdered. Unfortunately for you, you're the only suspect.
The murderer outsmarted you, so I'm to rot in this dungeon.
Oh, no danger of you rotting. You'll hang.
Convince them otherwise.
I have no influence over the court.
Foltest told me a lot about you.
If not for him, I'd be a drunk or a vagrant. Foltest did more for me than my father ever did. But then my father did exactly nothing, for I never even met him. In any case, I'll not rest until the murderer is punished.
Tell me how you serve, Vernon.
I carry out orders others are incapable of executing.
What's the situation in Temeria?
The Council of Regents has convened to restore order. That means three things. Utter chaos will prevail, Visima will run dry of wine and strong drink, and the local whores will make a killing.
Is Triss participating in the meetings?
Indeed. Only to find out that she's no longer needed.
How do you know?
It's my business to know.
They want to run a kingdom without a sorceress?
They already have a kingdom without a king. They'll use every opportunity to get rid of her.
Who will rule?
The chief contenders are Count Maravel and Baron Kimbold, who already tussle for control of Lavalette Castle.
What about Foltest's bastards?
The king's blood runs in their veins. So yes, they are entitled to the throne. Not some drooling nobles.
What if someone vouched for me?
You have a witness.
I was thinking of Triss.
Was she not your lover? Who knows? But it's common knowledge she is.
What happened to her?
Well, she's fine. She's been invited to the next meeting of the Council of Regents.
For fuck's sake, you command the Blue Stripes. Do something. The real murderer is free, and he's further and further away with every hour you spend prancing around in here.
I find the killer monk story unconvincing.
I don't claim he was a monk. He was wearing a frock, though. He sailed off in a boat with some Scoia'tael.
Would you recognize him?
No problem. A mountain of meat. Never seen anyone bigger.
What would you do if you escaped?
I'd go after the Kingslayer.
You know where to look for him?
Some Scoia'tael helped him escape. That's where I'd start. I expect you might know this particular group of elves.
How'd you work that out?
They wore blue-striped masks. Trophies, I expect.
Yorveth's commando. I know where to find them. We've a trail to follow after all.
If you want to start over and take it easy this time, get me some food.
Now that you mention it. Vez! Bring us food and drink.
Shame you didn't think of that earlier.
It's your own fault, Geralt. Your fate is in your hands. Thank you.
Oh, estaba seco, está. Chiquito.
Never heard of women serving in the Special Forces.
This is one of my best people.
How'd she wind up in the Blue Stripes?
I pulled her from the paws of the Scoia'tael. Just 16 when they torched her village and slaughtered everyone. The unit commander took a liking and spared her. One last thing. This file is about one Geralt of Rivia.
And Foltest's death?
Actually, Geralt's death. The report details events from 5 years ago.
¿Qué cosas? Recordemos que en el 2 Geralt todavía no ha recuperado la memoria.
Rivia, population 1,234. In that, 253 non-humans. September the 25th, 1268, a riot erupts. A massacre ensues. The streets run with the blood of elves and dwarves. One person finds the courage to face the raging crowd. During the rioting, 76 non-humans perished, including the Witcher Geralt of Rivia. Stabbed in the chest with a pitchfork by a man of whom we know only that his name was Rob, and he owed 3 crowns at the local tavern. Yennefer of Vengerberg dies trying to heal the Witcher. The bodies of Geralt and the sorceress are taken away by a mysterious young girl with ashen hair.
Ciri.
Their place of internment remains unknown.
I remember. Rivia. Yennefer.
What just happened?
I saw my own death.
And the rest? Have you regained all your memory?
That's all. I just remember the end.
Vess! Interrogation's done. Restrain the prisoner. I'll take the key. I sail upriver at dawn. Guards will collect you in 5 minutes. Eat. You'll need your strength.
Necesitas hierro, tal. Bueno, me lo comeré. Ah, no, se lo voy a meter la zarpa.
Not yesterday, he was a hero pretty much. Everyone's man.
Personally saw him cut down 20 men in the blink of an eye, so it's no surprise.
See him dashing along those walls. Can't rightly say I ever saw his shoulder blade move so fast.
I thought that beast would turn him to bits when it came out of the clouds.
Delayed don't mean denied. Hangman will do that tomorrow.
Seguro.
What say we teach him a lesson? What he did to Foltest?
I'll not touch this gun. I get scurvy.
Right. Hangman will do it.
Voy a
Guard,
provocarlos para que se acerquen.
Come here,
y
good
que sea
man.
más fácil
Why are you horrid?
tumbarlo.
Do that again and we'll shut you up.
you wouldn't say that if these bars weren't here.
Is that so? Let's see. Rip your guts out!
Es verdad. Yo. Ah, coño, mierda. Se me ha ido el pelo la puta. No estás peinado, muere. Vale, esto está... ¿Veis cómo...? Aquí no hay nada, aquí. mis cosas. Bueno, no todas mis cosas, pero por lo menos... ¿Puedo bebérmela? No, pero puedo usarla después. ¡Coño! ¿Por qué no? ¿Y cómo, a ver, ¿y cómo uso alquimia si no puedo usarla? No, te intentaré más arriba.
Damn torches. Can't sneak out in this light.
What was that?
Coño, que quiere el inventario, contra. A ver, nada. Ya sé que solo se puede usar. Coño, hay uno.
Alright, hooks down. Let's see it.
I'll pound you to your bloody spear down straight away! You deaf for what? I said a prisoner's escaped! Guards! Where the hell is everyone? Guards, over here!
Relájate, bro.
Support! On the double!
Me ha tocado el personaje. Ahora. Ah, vale, ¿qué? Porque te marca que te puede... que te pueden hacer ruido. ¿Y el italiano? ¿Qué cosa? No debería estar aquí, está. ¿Quién es?
I am Shilad Fitz-Estelin, emissary of the Empire of Nilfgaard and its most divine Emperor, Emir Var Emrys.
What do you want of me, Nilfgaardian?
Simply to speak, my lady.
Ah, really? Something you would not dare were my son still alive.
I very much regret the death of the Baron Lavanette. Please accept my deepest condolences. And yet it is precisely his loss that renders our conversation mutually desirable.
Let go of me. I shall walk unaided. I shall return, rogue, and I shall repay you.
Let us go, my lady. Your cries can do us no good.
por aquí, por aquí. Madre mía. Son eternas esta gente, ¿sí?
You're a bad example to us. You fight like a girl.
Sus. Vaya.
Come in, Master Geralt. Allow me to introduce the Baroness Lavalette, mother to the royal children, who at present mourns the passing of her eldest son.
Milady.
I comfort the Baroness with assurances that House Lavalette need suffer no more, its future brighter as it stands protected by the Empire of Nilfgaard.
Mira que
Did
bien.
you kill my son, Arian?
I had no choice. He knew what can happen once swords are drawn and begin to swing. He chose death over shame.
Stubborn like his father and grandfather before him. Honor above all. How did he die? Did he suffer?
No, I doubt he felt the final blow. Didn't even see it coming.
Is that, I suppose.
Milady, I killed many during the assault, not just your son. War demands sacrifices. You might remember that the next time you're about to start one.
Have some compassion, Master Geralt. The Baroness requires support. She is distraught as it is.
Unnecessary toil, Excellency, for witches have no feelings. And the truth, especially when painful, can wake us from the slumber of self-deception. I deserve as much.
Milady, I wouldn't trust the ambassador if I were you.
Master Geralt, let us be serious, please.
Let him speak. I wish to hear this.
I didn't know your son, but I know he saw the Empire as a foe, as did King Foltest.
You've no notion of the events transpiring in the kingdom. Of what Kimbold, Maravel, and their ilk are capable. My duty is to Foltest's children, their safety. And though I too see a pact with Nilfgaard as a pact with the devil, I feel I have no choice. Besides, can you say that you really knew the king?
Well enough to be confident of my words.
Truly? In that case, what kind of a man was he? I wish to know your view.
Era duro y despiadado. Aporreaba a la puta toda la mañana. Un rey de calidad, ¿sabes? No. Es lo que pero no soy quien para utilizar todo y todo.
Conceit, greed, lechery, anger. All the human demons gorged themselves on full test. Though those traits might have issued more from the office than the man. Who knows?
Master Geralt, I've hitherto disregarded the rumors of you being a monster slayer and a philosopher in equal measures. Yet a philosopher you are, and a subversive one at that.
The ambassador questioned your guilt. It seems now that I too believe you did not slay the king. Your Excellency, you will aid the Witcher to escape the castle. That is my wish.
But, my lady, this would represent an immeasurable risk in my estimation. And there is the matter of your son.
He chose his fate, and departed in a manner worthy of the Larvalets. How am I to believe you protect me from reptiles like Kimball and Mara when you balk at the notion of deceiving a few prison guards?
Milady, I shall do what is in my power. Give me a moment, Witcher, then proceed to the main gate.
Guards! The witch has fled his cell and is raging in the dungeon. Restrain him immediately. One more word, soldier, and I shall personally make certain you hang beside the fugitive. To the dungeon, on the double!
Y me llevo todo, porque todo puede valer para conseguir pasta. Ah, muchacho. Venga. ¿Me tengo que esconder o algo, qué? Joder, había un rollo que había que hacer, estoy seguro. Buah, no se muere. Cabrón, pero ¿por qué no se muere? Bueno, sí.
Halt! Well, blimey, is that you, Witcher? They say you killed the king.
Well, I didn't. And I'm going to prove it.
I'm inclined to believe you.
Glad to hear that. It'd be pretty stupid if I had to kill you now. Did all the Reavers survive the assault?
Aye, they've been drinking themselves silly for 2 days now. I believe I owe you something.
You don't owe me a thing.
We wound up in a boiling cauldron during the assault. You know how it is when knights get caught in a tight passage. Nowhere to go. Those in the back push forward. Those in the front are stuck. And halberd blows raining down from above. I'd have been crushed if not for my armor. And about 10 blows landed on my helmet. My ears still ring and I puke time and again. But I live and breathe.
Ah, el colega este.
Pass. Were you on patrol with the Reavers when they ran into those Scoia'tael?
Aye.
Kenneth mentioned the unit was especially vicious. Notice anything out of the ordinary? A unit emblem or something?
Right you up. They had masks made of the cloth of Special Forces uniforms. And they hollered a lot. Yorveth or some such.
Where did the dragon come from?
I've no idea, but it saved our asses. The elves ceased shooting at the sight of it. Can't tell you anymore, as we fled right then as if the devil himself was on our tail. Take this. Kenneth told me to study up, but I've not the mind for it. Just not cut out to be a dragon hunter, I guess. It could be useful to you, though.
I need to go.
There are sentries on the dike. No way you'll slip through.
Can you distract them?
I'll try. But remember, count me out if there's a fight. In fact, we could end up foes.
I hope not. Go.
Just give me a minute. The Kingslayer's escaped! We need to cut him off! Follow me!
All right, let's go!
Madre mía, los naps de la peña. Venga, tú puedes.
Geralt, over here.
Ah, aquí.
You were to sneak out. Avoid anything resembling a bloodbath.
You left me the key to my manacles, not an invisibility cloak. Triss, is everything all right?
Not exactly. I'm no longer the royal advisor. I've lost my post, my home in Vizima. Witcher's mistress, they call me. Kingslayer's whore.
People say what they think they have to.
I know, but...
They'll change their minds as soon as we find the Kingslayer. Roach will see to that. Right, spy?
I'm no spy, but you're mostly correct. An interregnum is chaos by definition.
Roach is...
Rats like Baron Kimball and
Resonaría.
Count Maravel ruled Temeria now, or strived to. But no one save old Natalis can restore true rule.
Natellas is far away and of low birth. The crown's simply out of his reach. Baron Kimbolt, on the other hand.
Politics is secondary right now. Vernon, learn anything new about the Kingslayer?
A week ago, I got a message from an informer in Flotsam. He saw Yorveth in the company of a large, bald man, not unlike the one you described.
A week ago? Sounds like a cold trail to me.
We need to start somewhere. The trading post is a few days upriver, in the forests that lie on the Edirnian border. Yorveth's territory.
Flotsam it is then. Triss.
Yes?
I'm a bit beat up. Will you look at my wounds? Let's go below deck.
Y otras cosas.
But I need you to tell me about Yennefer in detail. I want to hear it all, even the things you don't want to tell me, even the things that might hurt.
Prepare to cast off! Clear the lines and all aboard!
Lines clear, Captain!
Pues nos piramos, gente. Si hubiera sobrevivido el otro pavo, nos hubiera ayudado a escapar.
War is a good time to forge friendships, alliances. Harry and Lavalette, busy building walls and forging swords, forgot that.
Fuerte Gepeto.
When he was gone, those he loved were forced to forge friendships with those he hated.
Life can't be easy for anyone who's unlucky enough to be labeled a regicide. That goes triple for someone like Geralt. Could his luck get any worse? I've known the Witcher for a long time, and I'm sure that kings, courts, and politics concern him about as much as last year's snow. But hey, life doesn't always dole out what we expect, right? Sometimes it even forces us to associate with unsavory characters like Vernon Roach. No, I'm not making any excuses. And yes, I had my reasons. The Witcher spent most of the way to Flotsam talking to someone. Long into the evening, as water lapped against the boat's side, Triss told him forgotten stories of his unexpected child and his toxic relationship with a sorceress named Yennefer. Stories of a life stolen from him. Am I boring you? Don't set this tale aside. Give me just a few minutes more, for someone special's about to appear in dire straits upon a scaffold.
Quien habla Jesús, ¿cómo era? En inglés lo llaman Dandelion, pero en español y en polaco, coño, ¿cómo se llama este pavo? Vaya a soldar el nombre. Pero bueno, es el que le acompaña. En el 3 es el bardo. Estos bichos de mierda. Las harachas, tío. Putos bichos del infierno. Un sistema de seguridad un tanto curioso.
Sheathe your sword, elf. I'm here to talk. Bow low. You stand before a head crowned. Demavend, king of Eder, by the grace of the gods, sovereign of the Pontar Valley, and so on.
And you are?
A friend to non-humans. I have an offer.
Speaking quickly and to the point. The arrogance will soon return, and I'd rather know all before then.
I can add several more heads to this one. Each crowned. Full test to start with. I barely escaped in Eder. I'll need help. Access to your hideouts and maps of your secret trails. And the support of the Scoia'tael. I want no gold and have no interest in the killer's fame.
Then why do you wish them dead?
It's a long story. Your beast napped his neck. Time to go. You have a deal.
Que estos de la rama de las serpientes son un poco extraños. Si mal no recuerdo, en el 1 se enfrentan a Geralt y le montan un pollo padre. Lo que no entiendo es por qué el sonido está tan ido de la olla, tío. No me acuerdo si ya estaba así, que esta es otra.
Flotsam should be just beyond the point. We'll take the beach.
Who's we?
You and me. Reconnaissance.
I'm coming too.
You should stay behind. We can't be sure of the reception we'll get.
Precisely why I won't let you go alone. Someone's got to look after you.
That time of the month.
Pero no es como un poco chungo. Esto...
It's cold as hell. Come on, Witcher.
Un minuto ahí. A ver si hay algo interesante de nuevo que va. Uf. Ah, lo que sigo sin tener es espada de plata, es verdad que me la tienen que forjar. Y ahora tenemos un montón de cositas. Que las venderemos. Y tendremos puestas.
Any news from your secret informant?
The port's blocked. Some merchants are being held up for months.
What about roads through the forest?
Yorvet rules the forest.
Bien.
Trouble.
Me llevé el diagrama. Yo no tengo que crearlo. Ni buscarlo. Creo que había que comprárselo a alguien, tío.
Come on.
Sí, voy. No te preocupes.
Can we go?
Lo que no entiendo por qué ahora voy tan fácil.
Where are we?
In the forest?
Very fun. Who does it belong to?
The Orvet, maybe? I know more about the Pontar Valley than you think. For instance, I know that Foltest stole this land from Demavend a few years back. I believe you had a hand in that?
En ese momento, a ver si consigo ir más rápido, gente.
Hear that?
I smell an elf.
Pues sí.
That's
Vernon Roach, Special Forces Commander for the last 4 years, servant of the Temerian King, responsible for the pacification of the Mahakaman foothills, hunter of elves, murderer of women and children, twice decorated for valor on the field of battle.
Yorvet, a regular son of a whore.
I've long awaited our meeting. Laid plans, set traps. And now you appear in my forest of your own volition.
You aided the man who slew my king.
King or beggar, what's the difference? One less.
We need him alive. Know any useful spells?
Get his attention. We need to focus.
I'll try.
Climb down and we'll finish this. I await.
Ha! You're a man without honor, Vernon Roach. An insect I'll not duel, but one that I will crush.
Seems like you spout the same old elven drivel.
What you mean, Witcher?
I've seen your kind before. Proud and shay, sneaking around forests. Helpless, yet masking that with acts of increasing cruelty.
I helped kill Roach's king. You call that helpless? Or would you call me a terrorist? No one will grant us our freedom, Witcher. We must win it for ourselves.
You're just another old elf in a young elf's skin, using clever words to mask an obvious truth.
Obvious, you say?
This is not about race or freedom, or even vengeance. You're here because someone powerful told you to be. Someone who's using you. They may wear a crown, carry a magic wand, or even lead a guild. But be sure of this. It's not about your freedom, your rights, or your ears. Nilfgaard plowed you once. Now someone new does. Am I wrong?
Those times are gone. No one will ever use the Squirtle again.
Who are you addressing? Me? Yourself? Or the archers in those shrubs?
Triss, now!
¿Y ahora qué tal?
That ought to discourage them. Triss, are you alright?
You should have charmed the archers. They're coming. Geralt, the spell's still working. Stay close. Triss is spent, so no more butterflies. Let's get the fuck out.
Hola.
Back to the boat.
There's even more than that.
Hands over your ass.
Who did you think it was?
I'm not a sack of flour or one of your commandos. I'm a woman.
I noticed. Death to Marino!
Roach, no te pares, yo controlo.
Lovely ass.
Sobreviví a un enjambre de bichos. Puedo sobrevivir a unos arqueros de mierda.
Come on.
No, ahora sí tienes que pararte.
What's happening? All I see are
Death to Marino! What is that trading post? I'm starting to think we'll make it. Wait. Barrier's waiting. Triss!
Be quick!
Give me a bit more magic. Just a little. Geralt, kill them now!
Squirt solid sacking! Alarm! Squirrels! There's a mage among them! Ready yourselves!
You know each other?
Rather well. But he has amnesia. I actually took the Witcher by surprise when I killed Foltest. Fear not, Elf. I know Geralt. I know his weakness.
Sí, el combate contra él será especialmente duro, pero bueno.
Too many spells at once. You can die from that.
See that?
Yeah, the Kingslayer and Jorvik.
You all in one piece? Who are you?
I'm a witcher.
Emir var Emrys, spice merchant.
A trader?
In spices.
De Space.
Uh-huh. And the woman?
My good man, we barely escaped death. Be so kind as to tell us where we might get some rest. We'll explain everything later.
Very well. Head for the market square. You might be in time for the execution. Some ne'er-do-wells are going to hang. A dwarf and some bard. There's also an inn and a brothel.
Oh yeah, the brothel sounds especially interesting. Take care now.
Spice merchant.
Did you say that?
Axia era, sí.
Who are these blokes?
They're the ones the elves were teaching.
El rollo es que aquí no se para la peña.
Why'd
Entonces,
your hair go white?
voy a hacer un guardar rápido.
I think the stew's ready. People, everyone, the hanging
Artist at
stew.
work.
You might want to stir it.
I don't step.
Some hang it.
I work.
A bunch of non-human.
A ver, voy a volver aquí. Porque hay que salvar a nuestro colega. A los dos colegas.
Zoltan. Dandelion. Mark.
Jaskier, besos.
Just great.
What's the plan?
We improvise.
No killing.
We'll take care of this, Triss.
Geralt! Geralt! Over here! Help! Don't catch ya. Step back, White One.
What are they going to hang for? They don't look dangerous.
The charge is collusion with the Scoia'tael.
Dandelion, an elven spy?
The bard's hanging for debauchery.
What?
The sentence was he's to hang for debauchery. And a sentence is nothing to scoff at!
Are you serious? Listen here, people. Is profligacy now a punishable offense in the free kingdom of Temeria? Or are we in Nilfgaard?
Piss off, freak! Or you'll have me to deal with. Think of the common folk, you're spoiling their fun.
Well, freak he may be, but he speaks true. Debauchery's one of my favourite pastimes, but I don't want a noose placed around my neck for pursuing it.
The soldier boys paid us a visit or two, though we didn't have much fun.
Away with you, Margot! Go back to your brothel!
Time to go? Fine. But hear this, people. He sure liked to parade about, but his willy wouldn't come to attention.
Stop the execution.
Shut your trap! The singer's to hang and he will hang. This is a decent town. Whores and witches notwithstanding.
Watch your words, guardsman! I don't know witches, but Margot's a decent woman!
Shut it, all of you! Or I'll not vouch for what I'll do!
Thinks he's tough, showing off his balls. Don't fret, people. I've seen the lot of them.
I'm warning you for the last time, Margot!
You wouldn't hit a lady.
You're no lady!
Careful, Witcher! Assaulted an officer! Come on up! Got room for one more deviant! Look here out! Assaulted an officer!
El de detrás haciendo el pinga me distrae.
You free! Want to square with the others?
¿A qué mola tal? Por la cara. Aparta.
What the hell is going on here? I said, what the arse fuck is going on? I'd like to report out of my sight, Clover. A few ploughing bandits and you can't even hang them. And you, stay calm, hands off your sword. Our scaffold embraces speeches and hangings. Which will it be?
Are you in command here?
Forgive me. Bernard Laredo, commander of Port Flotsam. Yes, I rule this brothel.
You have no right to hang him.
Interesting. Because I'm the law in Flotsam.
I take issue with that. Vernon Roach, officer of the king.
Well, well. Blue Stripes. The non-human hunters.
Precisely. Anyone suspected of collaborating with the Scoia'tael falls under my jurisdiction.
And Dandelion? What's he accused of?
He burnt down a watchtower. What's your jurisdiction say to that? I thought so.
Is that true?
It might have looked that way, but I swear it wasn't my fault.
I'd rather give you a thief. Relax. I'm joking. I hate thieves. We can put on another show. Bloody and serious this time, mind you. Or we can come to an understanding.
Meaning?
Give me a minute, would you? Listen here. You may have heard rumours of the tragic events that transpired during the siege of Lavalette Castle. Sadly, they are true. King Foltest is dead. It's likely that Scoia'tael had a hand in this heinous murder. So you see, none of you can feel safe. That is why today, wagons with armaments will roll out into Flotsam streets. I hereby declare a state of emergency.
Claro.
Await orders. Prepare to fight. And ready yourselves to avenge your fallen king. Now disperse. Go to your homes.
What about them?
They'll not hang for now. Let's say I'm reconsidering their cases.
The scaffold's no place for civil conversation. We'll talk at my home.
Your friends are free for the time being. They're not to leave town. Come after dusk. I'll be busy till then. There's one more thing.
Welcome to Flotsam, Witcher.
Vale.
They were really going to hang us. I don't know. I didn't mean to torch that watchtower.
Everything's all right, Dandelion. Let's get out of here.
Oh, we owe you, Geralt. Thank you. Time to hit the tavern. Come on, Dandelion, you need a stiff drink. And while we're at it, I'll tell you an edifying tale of local hypocrisy that conceals lechery beneath a veneer of courtesy. Except nothing can hide the stench.
Madre mía. Todo eso junto. Vale, ahora van a ir todos a la taberna. Y ahora ya hay un montón de cosas que hacer. Porque hay secundarias y cosas así. Así que yo en principio voy a parar aquí, que ya son las 10 menos cuarto y es cuestión de comer algo. Y luego no sé, me pondré con otra cosa. Pues nada,